Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much, as always, for allowing me to be part of your day today. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps my channel go. And guys, don't forget, I'm going live tonight, April 28th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a couple hours. Looking forward to speaking with you guys. So, you have spoken and I have heard. You want to know more about Sarah Boone. Suitcase Sarah, as AG Tactical calls her. 42 years old. Her and her man, Jorge, George Torres, the one that was in the suitcase. So, a lot of you know about the case. Some of you were like, I've never heard of this case. Suitcase Sarah is known for this because it looks like she talked her boyfriend into getting inside of a suitcase, and then to say, hey, don't you think it'd be funny if you got inside of here, see if you'd fit? And he says, I can fit, and he gets inside of there like that Friends episode.
This is the unit for you, my friend. Sturdy construction, tons of storage compartments, some big enough to fit a grown man. What? Oh, yeah. I got in there myself once. My roommate bet me $5 that I couldn't, and then he stuck a board through the handles and locked me in. Yeah. It was funny till I started feeling like I was in a coffin.
No, you can't fit in that thing. That's not deep enough.
Oh, yeah? If I can't, I'll knock $5 off the price of the unit.
All right, you have yourself a deal.
Okay. See? I told ya. Sometimes I come in here just to get away from it. Hey, a nickel!
Oh my God!
What?
Remember that episode? Well, Sarah has him get in the suitcase, and then she zips him up.
Sarah.
And he later dies in that suitcase, asking for help because Sarah takes a video of it. That's the crime. So now people are saying, was it premeditated? Did she mean it? Is she drunk? What was going on? Sarah has an alcohol problem. So did George. They were known for being messed up at 9 a.m. in the morning. Sarah's previous marriage, before George, her and George were together for 4 years. Sarah's only been divorced for about a year, maybe, okay? They were having something going on during the marriage because Sarah's ex-husband, who she's still friendly with, who was the guy that she called when she found George in the suitcase, she called him first. They share a child together, her and her husband, okay? George and her have only been together about 4 years. They've only been living together for about 2 years, okay? So, got that figured out. George was the one that died in the suitcase, the boyfriend. Drunk, just like her, supposedly. Tumultuous relationship, they put hands on each other. A plethora of complaints by people in the apartment building. The police had been sent there many times. But funny thing, May 2022 was the last time the police were called because the landlord threatened them. There were times that Sarah ended up in the wrong apartment because she was so messed up. There were times George ended up in the wrong apartment because he was so messed up. There were times they were falling over each other at 9 o'clock in the morning because they were so messed up. Yelling, screaming, putting their hands on each other over and over again. Okay, Sarah has a 9-year-old son with her husband. They share kind of joint custody. The kid usually stays at his dad's house. But the dad really tries to keep the mom in the life. But since, Sarah's first husband says that since we had our child, the alcoholism had just gotten way out of hand. It was like she was afraid she was going to lose a part of her life. Being an alcoholic is an identity in her life. It is something that defines her. She likes being drunk. She gets drunk. Her drink of choice is vodka or wine. The night that George died, they were drinking wine. The story goes like this. They were putting a puzzle together at night, George and Sarah, in their apartment. They seemed to be getting along, so people thought. At one point, while drinking wine and putting a puzzle together, Sarah said, see that suitcase over there? Wouldn't it be funny if you got in there? I wonder if you could even fit in there. And George says, yeah, I could fit in there. That'd be funny. Let's see. So somehow hide and go seek is in this, but how could they really be playing hide and go seek if she knows, if it's only the two of them and she's putting him in the suitcase? So she knows where he's hiding. She doesn't have to seek very far, right? He gets in the suitcase. It's not even a comfortable looking suitcase. It's like a really cheap suitcase. It's not even a nice suitcase. It's not even a fake nice wannabe suitcase. It's just a suitcase. And he gets in it. She zips him up. She says she zips him up where there's enough room for 2 fingers to pop out. So there's his oxygen. Okay? Later, the police say we never saw that hole with the 2 fingers. Another thing, the zipper was busted out, so they had to use a paper clip. Everybody does that on occasion. We know what that feels like, right? So he couldn't unzip it from the inside. She's sitting there, and it's no longer a game to him. She's taping this on her phone. This crime is happening real time on her phone. Somehow, some way, she forgets that she made this recording, I guess, even though she's looking not into the camera, but even though she's pushing the camera like towards the suitcase, and you could hear him talking out of the suitcase saying, babe, Sarah, I can't breathe, hon, let me out. And she says to him at some point, yeah, how's that feel? Because that's the way it felt when you were cheating on me.
Sarah. Sarah. Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah.
Regular ass.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you drink on me.
Sarah. Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut up.
Sarah.
Shh.
Sarah.
And then he says again, babe, okay, I can't breathe. Well, that's on you, she says. And then he says, Sarah. And she says, that's my name, don't wear it out. And so, I don't know. The question is she so messed up that she really thinks that he could get out of there and that this is some joke? And that she's definitely punishing him. Definitely punishing him. But was it premeditated unaliving? Because it was premeditated, because she says to him, hey, I wonder if you could fit in that suitcase. And supposedly that suitcase was always way in the back of a closet. So what did it, walk legs? I know it had wheels, but it didn't shimmy its way out. Somebody pulled it out. And she had the brilliant idea of, I get to say you can't get in there. I can get in there. Well, I bet you can't get out. Bet you she won. Listen, I don't know. She no doubt, because you hear in the video, she's really messed up. So, no doubt she's messed up. Did she really think that he was going to show up in the bed next to her? Because when the police say to her, why'd you leave him down there? She keeps saying, well, I thought he was going to come upstairs. Well, when he was saying that he couldn't breathe, she said, I thought he was crying wolf. They said, yeah, but when he wasn't and you went upstairs, she said, well, must have fallen asleep. I didn't mean to fall asleep upstairs. I really thought he was coming upstairs. Here's the thing. There is absolutely no remorse. There's no emotion. Like, this guy's not here anymore. Here's a guy you spent 4 years with. Here's a guy who's got a family that she ends up being worried about because she says his family thinks I was going to kill him anyway. So his family knew something was up. So their relationship was very dangerous. And then when you pour alcohol on it, it is like pouring alcohol on a lit match. There is just no way to get around the fact that everything around it is going to be engulfed in this bullshit. It ain't going to end well. There is no way. The math is not there for it to end well. So, I mean, I think alcoholism, again, is something that changes you on a dime. Listen, I'm not anti, I'm not pro. I just know that when alcohol's involved, I step away because I can't deal with it. People change on a dime. I have been the collateral damage of somebody else's alcoholism. And this fucking thing that happened with this man in this suitcase, that's how you went out. And I said that before in my last video. 42 years of scratching, trying to survive in this world. And you go out inside of a suitcase that you got your ass into, and your stupid drunk girlfriend can't figure out, I'm going to die in here. And I still don't see where it's dawned on her that happened. She's been through 7 attorneys now, 7 public defenders that cannot say why she will not keep them because it's her that's firing them, from my understanding. But because of irreconcilable differences and client and lawyer confidentiality, that privilege there, they can't tell us why. Is she going to represent herself? Well, that doesn't work well. But does she have anything that she can say except for the fact she didn't mean to do it? I don't think that she honestly meant to kill this man. I think she meant to teach him a lesson. And then, honestly, I think she just went upstairs thinking, oh, he'll come up. And he didn't. But I don't think she should walk away from this. I definitely think she should do time for it. But I don't think her intent was really to unalive him. I'm not sure she's made of that. But here's the thing. When you put your hands on somebody, there's always a chance of something like that. And she did. There were bruises on them when the police were called several times before. This was perpetual. This was perpetual. But somehow in May, it stopped, according to the landlord. The landlord stopped hearing complaints about them. So the landlord thought, oh, well, they must have really seriously, they must have figured things out. In the meantime, they saw bruises on both of them. Again, both of them. But the ex-husband has even said she does. She's very touchy-feely. She puts her hands. The cops said that. The boyfriend of the landlord said that. The landlord said that. Because she grabbed the landlord's hands at one time. The landlord said, hey, don't do that again. So, you know, you could be somebody that keeps pushing buttons and, you know, you make people react. I think that she wanted to teach him a lesson. I think alcoholism had something to do with this. And, you know, I think that I'm looking forward to this trial. She no longer, obviously, she ain't worried about a 9-year-old kid anymore, right? She's not worried about him because she's doing time now. She's sitting in jail. So this trial, I guess, is supposed to happen at the end of the year now or the beginning of next year because they keep postponing it. That's another reason why she could, you know, keep pushing and trying to get more and more lawyers is because she can want to postpone this. I don't understand why. You know, they're not going to just smack her on the wrist and say, okay, you learned your lesson. And at one point during the interrogation and everything, she's like, I'll never drink again. I'm not going to drink again. I'm not going to drink again. Like she made her own punishment. It was silly, the interrogation, but the whole interrogation and the way that the interrogation went, you got to look at it, was silly. The investigators are looking at their cell phones, getting messages on their cell phones, And they keep asking her the same question. She keeps answering the same question. I didn't mean for this to happen. My hand to God, I didn't mean for it. I'm not that type of person. You could believe me. You could believe me. I want to go home. Could you believe me? I want to go. I mean, like, it's the same thing over and over again. And it is. She is, I believe she's telling the truth. He got in the thing, but like, she was like, yeah, it was a joke, ha ha ha. Not realizing that they had the video of, yeah, he's asking to get out. But then she's like, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I thought he was crying wolf. I don't know. I don't think that she really thought that she was listening to his last breath. I don't think that. And if she did, I think she really thought it was only temporary because of the alcohol. I do. Guys, what do you think? Tell me what you think. And we will cover this trial when it goes to trial. And the more that we hear about it, the more we'll cover more things about it. But what do you think about this, guys? Do you think it was premeditated? Or do you think it was alcoholism and she just tried to teach him a lesson? Or do you think he just got in there? I mean, she says, yeah, get in here and, and I wonder, it'd be funny if you could get in here. So she does coax him into getting in there. But, I mean, what do you think? It was for this result? Or do you think it was just, she was just trying to teach him a lesson? Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you don't like me at the end, you don't have to stay. We're not a cult. We do not make you stay. But we're sure glad if you do. Guys, communicate in the comments with me, and I'll see you tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thank you so much, and have a great day.